Welcome to this week's edition of Inside Warhawk Sports on UWW-TV. I'm your host, AJ Cover, joined by UW Whitewater Wrestling head coach Matt Zwaszka. Coach, you're entering your sixth season as the head coach for UW Whitewater Wrestling. What would you say has been the most rewarding aspect of your time with this team?
It's just been really good, to be part of a program that has a lot of tradition. In the past, it has a strong tradition of winning both conference titles, individual national titles, and All-Americans. Have a really, really strong past. So try to keep carrying that forward, We've done a pretty good job of that. As far as like the day-to-day, it's awesome to be able to come in and work with motivated student athletes that strive, to be the best they can be on the wrestling mat and also in the classroom. And then too, we like to have students of the game, so kids that like to come in and study film and really perfect their craft. So that's kind of my favorite things, of being part of the program.
This year you have two-time national champion Jaron Shinhoster back in the wrestling room, this time as a graduate assistant. What sort of presence has he brought to this team as a coach and previously as a player?
Well, obviously, the kids look up to him a lot because he's done a lot of winning. Everybody can value that and appreciate that. So I think that the younger kids really look up to him and value his opinion on, what they can do better or whatnot. Also, just his technique in the room, from him to be able to sort of just focus on himself and actually be able to share some of the stuff he's doing more and share his techniques and the holds that he uses. That's been very valuable to our guys. Jared has always been a big student of the game too, so he's very, very good at breaking down film. So he's brought another aspect of having an individual in the room that can watch film with our guys and give them pointers on things that they can improve on.
Half of your starting spots in your lineup were vacated by last year's graduating seniors. What performance do you expect out of the student athletes filling those available spots this year?
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of opportunity for kids. So there should be a lot of enthusiasm. There should be a lot of striving to become the best you can be, and a lot of competition for those spots. You are right. We did graduate quite a few people. I believe we had maybe 5 seniors in the lineup at the end of the year. But we also had a sophomore and 4 freshmen. So we do have some younger kids coming back with experience. We feel pretty confident about the group of athletes that we brought in. And now there's opportunity for 5 other individuals, to step up and wear that Warhawk singlet and compete how we want our guys to compete.
Coach, wrestling is a very difficult and combative sport. What sort of lessons can be taught on the mat that can be put into practice off the mat?
Yeah, for sure. It's a tough sport. It's grueling with the workouts in the morning, our practices, and then the competitions and making weight. But I think it teaches you a lot about perseverance, maybe working through hard times or maybe questioning some things, able to battle through that. Obviously, you have to have a strong work ethic, but also the dedication, but the passion and the joy to try to chase something down and to actually really, really love the process of trying to become the best you can be. I really think that's a unique characteristic that all athletics can bring to people, but wrestling too, because it's so individual and it really, really teaches you taking care of the little things can go a long, long way, but just having that dedication and that perseverance is a really big factor.